There's so many things that the church has sacrificed for the school. And I don't always see that in other churches. That sacrifice that said, this is important. We can do without something else because this is important.
Everyone pitched in. Everyone had to be the Sunday school teacher. Everybody had a job. Everybody had to do something.
And I think the thing that we liked about St. Paul is whatever the task, people typically picked up and said, okay, what can I do to help? And the door was always open for that, and people walked through that door on a regular basis.
All the Bible tells us is God will support you when you are doing God's work, and He did. He always did. He always, even when it looked bleak, certain things, especially the money, the financial part, somehow it always worked out. God always came through.
I just can't get out of my mind seeing Carlisle Cook vacuuming the clubhouse every time there was a service or any activity. So as you can see, it puts a smile on my face even today when I think about Carlisle and his infamous vacuum. I hope we still have the vacuum.
One of my favorite memories actually is Carlisle vacuuming in the clubhouse.
There was no let's sit around and talk about this. We're moving forward all the time. And there was always something to do. You had to do. You couldn't just sit around and pontificate, and we were always moving. We were always doing something.
One thing that is obvious around St. Paul is that when there's a need, people come and serve and do what is necessary. I don't know of any time in which there was something that needed to get done and it didn't get done. And it just reeks, if you would, of goodwill within the congregation to support this ministry.
I do remember setting up on Saturdays in the cafeteria, and it was late one Saturday night, and we looked at each other and went, tonight was our night to set up for church. Oh no, the kids were already in their pajamas. It's like, kids, we're going to church. And we all just did our part. One of them was putting out hymnals on the chairs, the other was doing the guest books, and we were setting up chairs and they were coming along behind us. And that was just what you did.
I've always been involved in one way or another. At one point I was Dave Bolt's soccer assistant, which is just hilarious because I have zero athletic ability, but there was nobody, so I said, okay, I'll do it.
And that's always been, and you've probably heard this a lot through all these interviews, that's one thing about St. Paul. It's the, whatever needs to be done, we're going to do it. It's not, it's the pastor's job to do that, or it's the secretary's job to do that. If they need help, people help. And that's just, I think, who we are. That's the culture of this place.
I continue to smile to see when I see things that people are willing to do to kind of support this ministry.